It's the game of golf with a kick.
Plus, shape up this spring, we'll show you how.
And remembering a local legend. That's all coming up now on Jax Parks TV. Hey everyone, and welcome to this April edition of Jax Parks TV. I'm Garrett Teague.
And I'm Pam Roman. Thanks for joining us.
Recently, downtown Jacksonville was the site of a beautification project that gave one of our parks a major facelift.
It also exemplified the term public-private partnership. Garrett and I were there both to check out the event. Let's take a look.
Today is a wonderful day for Jacksonville, frankly. Greenscape is basically known for planting trees, and we're not planting any trees today. What we are is planting hope for this square.
That's Anna Dooley, the Executive Director of Greenscape of Jacksonville. Greenscape recently partnered with Downtown Vision Inc. and several other organizations on March 22nd for a day of planting in Jacksonville's Hemming Plaza.
4, 3, 2, 1, fire!
With the firing of the cannon, hundreds of volunteers picked up shovels, gathered wagon loads of plants, and started transforming this park. A park some say is destined to be the core of downtown.
Those of us who love downtown and want it to come back alive again realize that if your heart is not healthy, then the whole rest of you is not healthy. So we're going to make the heart of our city, Hemming Plaza, into a showplace that people will want to come to enjoy this wonderful part of our city, a great urban landscape for all to enjoy.
Lowe's donated plants and garden tools for the event, and Wells Fargo contributed $35,000 to the project as part of its Neighborhood Lift program.
It's part of our responsibility is to help our communities, right? And from a beautification standpoint, Hemming Plaza is a gateway, if you will, to a lot of traffic that comes through Jacksonville and is a representation for this great city. You know, in the end of the day, corporations are only as good as the communities they serve, and that's part of our vision and values. We truly believe that, and that's why investing in communities is so important.
We found Mayor Alvin Brown planting alongside volunteers and asked him what he thought about the project.
This is a great example of public-private partnership where the private sector is investing with the public sector to really make Hemming Park one of the best parks in the country. And so you have the business community, the civic community, the not-for-profit community, all working together to make Hemming Park a destination in downtown.
Throughout the day, volunteers planted more than 5,000 plants. Event organizer Valerie Feinberg says the project's success boils down to collaboration.
But it's really nice to have something that you can implement and action-oriented, and I think what's real important these days is the kind of collection of people that work on it, and that collective impact for greater solutions, and I think that's really what the mayor's pushing in public-private partnerships. And I think that this is so important because you just can't look for one source to really do something. You know, we all have a piece to give, and working together just makes it a really nice collective effort.
Participating partners in the planting included Downtown Vision Alliance, Wells Fargo, Interline Brand, Greenscape, the Late Bloomers, Friends of Hemming Park, CSX, PSS World Medical, JEA, the Paul Bryant Group, Lowe's Home Improvement, Clara White Mission, and Naval Air Station Jacksonville. So a big thank you to all the volunteers who participated in that project. You know, Garrett and I walk through that park almost every day, and those flowers have made a huge difference in the way it looks.
Not only do we have food trucks in the plaza, but now we have those flowers there. It makes it even better.
That's right.
But volunteers also turned out in force for another project that's all about keeping Jacksonville beautiful. It's the St. Johns River celebration and cleanup. One of the greatest features of Jacksonville is the beautiful river that runs through it. And the 19th annual St. Johns River cleanup and celebration was all about keeping it that way. Over 1,000 volunteers came out to 60 sites throughout Jacksonville to rid the river and surrounding areas of more than 12 tons of litter and debris. It's a great event that helps raise awareness to the connection all Jacksonville residents share with their water.
Very important that we are all here to clean up the river. We live with it and we enjoy it on a daily basis, and largely we contribute to the trash that we're finding on our way into the bags today. I think it's wonderful to know that waterways contribute, our watershed contributes far into town, and all of what we do on our yards and our lawns, and to keep all that stuff from getting in the storm drains and getting down here to the river is a pretty important message, I think, the river keepers taught us.
And the adults weren't the only ones getting something out of it.
Well, I think it's really important for kids to get involved in their community and learn about all the ecosystems that live here and help and try to protect them.
To find out more ways you can have a positive impact on the river and our environment, go to stjohnsriverkeeper.org. We've already talked a lot about public-private partnerships, but they're certainly working to make our city better.
That's right. Recently, Jacksonville announced a new partnership that will enhance the city's image as a sports destination. City of Jacksonville's Kristen Sell has more.
Sports add to the pulse of the city.
And thanks to public-private partnership, Mayor Alvin Brown announced that pulse is getting stronger. A new council has been formed with a single mission: showcase Northeast Florida as a sports destination.
The mission is promoting Jacksonville and Northeast Florida as a premier venue and destination for professional, amateur, and youth sports. This partnership will be known as the Jacksonville Sports Council.
The City of Jacksonville, Gator Bowl Sports, and the Jacks Chamber will combine resources to recruit and attract top sporting events. The decision stems from the 2013 Jacks Chamber leadership trip to Charlotte, where community leaders learned the importance of high-level cooperation.
I need to go back and say, how did we get here today? Where did it all start? And obviously it started, I guess, about 3 years ago when you got elected. Because for the first time in a long time, we had a mayor that came in and said, economic impact, jobs are important. And tourism is probably the cleanest form of economic impact you can get.
Gator Bowl Sports President Rick Catlett says Mayor Brown's drive for sports success is paying off. Mayor Brown has made it his mission to make Jacksonville a national and global hub for sports and entertainment. His dream is to one day have our own NBA team.
This is taking Jacksonville to the next level.
Daniel Davis, Jacks Chamber President and CEO, says the Jacksonville Sports Council will also pay off in dollars and cents.
Sports is part of the fabric of our community. And it was very clear to me that this has been a strong initiative of Mayor Brown. He understands how important sports is to our community, not only on the quality of life issues, but also the economic opportunities that we can do and bring to our community.
The Jacksonville Sports Council will be privately funded. Alan Verlander, Chief Operating Officer of Gator Bowl Sports, will serve as Executive Director. The council will be made up of business and community leaders from Northeast Florida.
So we already have the infrastructure to make it happen. We now have the leader that will make it happen.
Jacksonville is open for business. Jacksonville is open for sports. And Jacksonville is open for good business because sports is big business. How many of y'all agree about that?
Coming up, we'll show you what happens when two sports collide.
There you go.
And it's a walk on the wild side, just miles from downtown. Keep it here.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
I love the beaches, I love the scene, I love the community, I love Spring in the Blues this weekend. There's a Celtic Festival last week. There's always things going on. It's wonderful. Welcome back, everyone. Well, here in Northeast Florida, you can't drive very far without passing a golf course or two. But what if you're looking for a little more action in your game?
Well, recently I found just the sport. And I discovered the one place in town where you can play.
I think every soccer playing kid growing up says, man, I wish there was a golf course that we could go out and just kick a soccer ball on.
And now there's one course in Jacksonville that is making that wish a reality. At the Blue Cypress Golf Course, you can work on your golf game, or you can swap your clubs for a soccer ball and play 18 holes of foot golf. So, what exactly is foot golf?
Well, foot golf is no different than regular ball golf, except we use different equipment. Instead of using clubs and a golf ball, you use a soccer ball.
Regular golf, you're always trying to figure out what club to hit, how far you. When you play foot golf, it's right there in front of you, and it's just you and your foot or your leg, and you give it a go, and it was a lot of fun.
This combination of soccer and golf has been gaining in popularity internationally and in the United States as a fun, low-cost sport for the entire family. And it's already getting a great reception from people of all ages and skill levels in Jacksonville.
When we started this, we thought it was going to be primarily the soccer community. What we're finding out is it isn't. It's a family community. Everybody can come out and play this game, whether you're 6 years old, whether you're 56 years old or 76 years old. The whole family, grandfathers, little children can all come out and enjoy the sport.
Foot golf, you have fun, you hang out with your buddies, and you play golf. So just using your feet, a lot of fun.
I've brought people that have never touched a soccer ball in their life out, and they've had a phenomenal time. It's just a great opportunity to come out and enjoy some fresh air and enjoy soccer, enjoy golf, all the above.
Foot golfers are having so much fun out there, families out there, young kids. It's brought a whole different element to our course. I had someone remark one time, which I thought was pretty appropriate. He said he'd never seen people having so much fun on a golf course.
So head over to jacksfootgolf.com to find out more about the sport, and then take your friends and family, golfers and soccer players out to Blue Cypress Golf Course to experience all the fun for yourself.
So I know that you tried out the sport because you're a former soccer player and you loved it, but your wife Lauren loves actual golf. So how are you guys going to work that out?
Well, at the course, you can both play side by side, golfer and foot golfer, so it's the perfect sport for us.
Always a compromise. Well, school is almost out, so here's a question for you parents out there. What are your plans for your kids this summer? Ooh, don't have an answer yet?
Well, we're here to keep you sane with Jacks Park Summer Camps. Check out what's in store. All Jacks Park summer camps run June 23rd through August 1st. A limited number of fee vouchers are available this summer. The schedule of voucher event dates is on the screen. Camp fees vary by camp type. Complete details are available online at jacksparks.com. Just select the link for youth camps.
Well, warmer weather also means shorts, sleeveless tops, and swimsuits. At least that's what I think about.
Well, you better get in shape. And there's no better place to do it than our parks. Here are just a few examples.
Do you remember leg warmers, headbands, that 1980s fitness craze? It was great for its time, but check out today's fitness scene. It's a lot more diverse and a lot more fun. These ladies certainly seem to enjoy this step class. It's taught at the Forest View Center in Northwest Jacksonville, and it's one of several structured fitness programs you can find through Jacks Parks. Looking for a little more dance action? Then this Zumba class at the Legend Center is perfect for you. It's offered weekly along with a boot camp class and individual workout opportunities.
We're just trying to show people how fitness can actually enhance your health so that you can participate in all of life's activities. You know, what's nice is that I know there's no fitness centers formally really in the area, and this is an absolutely beautiful location. The Legend Center has so much to offer that not only can we use the room in here, we have access to the basketball court, the walking track, the fitness center. Absolutely gorgeous facility that I hope everybody that lives out here would take advantage of.
If it's that pumped up feel you want, stop at the Cecil Gym and Fitness Center in West Jacksonville. Inside you'll find strength training and cardio equipment, racquetball, and basketball. Want a workout that's easy on the joints? Then the Cecil Aquatic Center is your destination. The large indoor pool is great for lap swimming, and to kick it up another notch, you have to try out this aqua fitness class.
The water's about 82 to 84 degrees year-round. We can come here year-round. We have beautiful facility and view of surrounding areas. We have very professional and top-notch staff here. I don't mean to sound like a public service announcement, but I've been coming for over 4 years, and it's been the best experience.
$999, $1,000. Phew! But it's not just about working out indoors. There's lots of opportunities to get your fitness on outside as well, like this fitness trail here at Lou Brantley Park. Let's check it out.
The trail here has a total of 12 fitness stations in all and travels about a half mile. But it's not the only trail in town. In fact, Jax Parks has more than 270 miles of trails. Great for folks to walk or run, bike, or even go for a horseback ride. Let's not forget the importance of a workout with a view, like a run along the North and South Bank Riverwalks downtown, two of my favorite places to work up a sweat. Thought we were done? Not yet. With Jax Parks and its partners, there's no end to opportunities to keep you moving. There's tennis, surfing, kayaking, and of course team sports. And there's play for all ages and abilities. We've given you lots of ways to use your parks to stay in shape, but just in case you're still not convinced to get off the couch, Vicki has one request.
I would love everybody to take a moment and put your 2 fingers right here on the inside of your wrist. We call that your radial pulse. And if you're just real quiet and you watch the clock and you count how many beats per minute your heart is beating for 30 seconds and you double that number should be under 80 beats per minute. Unfortunately, we see people with heart rate that they're beating faster than 90 beats per minute. If your heart is beating faster than 90 beats per minute, you're putting yourself at serious risk of heart disease. That's proven. And I'm telling you, that's just something as simple as just walking, even 10 minutes a day, getting those arms pumping, engaging your resting heart rate. I love seeing people decrease their resting heart rate over time because I know that they're literally making steps to have a longer, healthier life.
So warm up, stretch out, and get moving today. Your way, Jax Parks is here to help. For more information about fitness opportunities at Jax Parks, visit jaxparks.com.
Make sure to keep it here on Jax Parks TV. When we come back,
More than 500 acres of Old Florida is waiting just for you. And the gift one professional athlete left for Jacksonville. All ahead.
During reintegration, you go through the honeymoon stage that you come home and everything is great at first.
People couldn't relate to what I had been through, so I just stopped talking about it.
The room could be filled with people that I loved and cared about, and I'd be over here thinking about what happened to me or some of my fellow Marines in Iraq 3 months ago.
When you come home, it can seem negative, distressing, and concerning. It can all be gotten through and will be gotten through, but you gotta accept that life experience and now figure out how to move forward and make that positive.
Honey! I'm okay.
I love Jacksonville because I grew up here, and it's a really laid-back place, and I love surfing, and it's just where I grew up, and I love to travel, but I've always considered this to be my home, and I always love coming back here.
welcome back to Jax Parks TV. Well, let's step right into this next piece.
That's right, it's time to explore another one of Jacksonville's parks. So grab your water bottles, lace up your shoes, and let's get ready for a walk in the park.
Hi there, I'm Jean Schubert, Parks Naturalist Supervisor with Jax Parks, and we're here today at Betts Tiger Point Preserve. It's located at 13990 Pumpkin Hill Road. There are 548 acres of old Florida here for you to explore. over 6 miles of multi-use trails to make use of. I can't wait to show it to you. So let's start the tour. Right inside, you'll see the entrance to the Orange Trail, which is 6/10 of a mile out and back and takes you through saw palmettos and moss-draped oaks till you get to the end where there's a beautiful marsh overlook. Before heading back, take advantage of this bench at the end of the Orange Trail. Enjoy the view of the black needle rush, listen for the birds. But if you're ready for more travels, there are a lot more trails to check out, so let's go along and walk them. Further down the road, you'll come to the parking area and all the modern features, such as a pavilion, barbecue pit, and waterless restrooms. From the parking area, you can take this ADA accessible boardwalk to the observation deck, where you can cast your line in or just enjoy the view. Another option is to head out on the Blue Trail. The Blue Trail follows along the banks of the Pumpkin Hill Creek and takes you further into the park, where you'll meet up with the Yellow Trail. This is where you leave your car behind and hike, bike, or ride your horse to enjoy the trails. The Yellow Trail takes you on a 3.4-mile loop around the heart of Betts Tiger Point. To add to your adventure, the Red Trails have almost 2 miles of shortcuts that zigzag within the loop. These shortcuts offer you a close-up view of the wiregrass and other plants of the Sandhill community. You can also adventure out in the water here. The kayak launch is located right outside the entrance at the neighboring Pumpkin Hill Creek Preserve. The launch takes you right into Pumpkin Hill Creek. You can paddle along the salt marsh, enjoying the views of the water birds and the expanse of sky above. Well, that's the end of our tour of this park for today. But there's so much more to enjoy, because this park connects with Wingate, Cedar Point Preserve, and Pumpkin Hill Creek Preserve. That gives you over 25 miles of multi-use trails to enjoy. So, I hope you'll take your own personal tour of this park and our many other parks in Jacksonville. After all, it's as easy as a walk in the park.
And you can check out more Walk in the Parks at our YouTube page at Friends of Jax Parks. While you're there, we're going to take a quick break.
Still ahead, another episode in our Legacy of Giving series, and one local partnership that paints the perfect picture. Stay with us.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
This message brought to you by USFA and your local fire department. Stay fire safe this summer. Only use grills outdoors, away from siding and deck railings. Clean grills often and remove grease or fat buildup. Make sure your gas grill lid is open before lighting. Have a 3-foot safe zone around grills and campfires. Keep kids and pets clear of the area. Dispose of coals after they cool in a metal can. Never leave grills, fire pits, and patio torches unattended. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov.
Jacksonville is a refreshing city. There are lots of outdoor activities, the perfect mix of humidity and sunshine, and there's always something to do. Family friendly. If you like the nightlife, perfect mix of nightlife, wonderful food, and if you're a seafood lover, it is the best city to be in.
Well, thanks for sticking around. As we continue to work on our Legacy of Giving series, I keep being amazed at how much athletic talent has come out of Jacksonville and how many of them return to give back to their community. Let's learn about one of those individuals right now.
He was perhaps one of the most humble men I've ever known, even though
he played in the NFL.
Elaine Spencer is remembering her late husband, Charles Booby Clark. Clark is remembered today as a local legend. He exploded onto the field as a teenager at Stanton High School, then Bethune-Cookman College, before going on to play 8 years in the National Football League. In fact, Clark is ranked in the top 10 running backs of all time for the Cincinnati Bengals. And in 2001, he was listed in Jacksonville's top 100 athletes of all time. But Spencer believes one of his greatest legacies is his love for Jacksonville, the kids that live here, and this park that bears his name.
He loved Jacksonville, had an abiding love for this city. He was determined that he was going to come back home and give back to the community that he knew had given so much to him. He appreciated that and wanted to give back, and he did that in many, many ways. I can remember how important it was for him to come back home during the off season, for example, and work with the Boys and Girls Club or the YMCA and buy uniforms for kids who were not able to afford the sports uniforms that they needed. He did a lot of mentoring of young kids back during those days.
Former athletes like Derek Gaffney, Don Gaffney, and Greg Coleman mentioned Clark as one of the men influential in their careers. And even though he passed in 1988, Spencer says she knows Clark would be proud that his gift lives on in the lives he's touched, and this park that is still a place for youth to go, to play, and to learn.
He would ascribe to the notion that somebody laid the foundation for you, and you are required to remember that you have that same responsibility. And that comes from Booby's strong sense of community. He really did believe that we were at our best in our communities when we worked together, when we protected and guided our children, and when we set positive expectations for them. And he believed that they would rise to that level of expectation with the right kind of guidance. And I think that that would be his message.
As our city grows, art is becoming more a part of the landscape. Now let's meet one local group helping to cultivate creativity.
The Art League is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to community arts education throughout Jacksonville. In 2012, we partnered with the City of Jacksonville to reopen the Murray Hill Art Center. We were able to come in with a group of artists and provide art courses and facilitate classes through this Murray Hill Art Center that otherwise would not be available to the community.
The classes here are an interactive experience open to everyone, no matter what age or skill level. They provide the materials, and all you need is the desire to learn. And there's a little bit of everything to learn here. You can take a class on illustration, painting, or if you want, you can even learn about the art of printmaking. One unique feature here is the Pottery Center, which is just one of a few public clay centers within 200 miles. You can sit down at one of the pottery wheels and get your hands dirty creating your own masterpiece. And the classes here are so much more than just learning a new hobby. Engaging in the arts can teach you valuable skills that transfer to every walk of life.
Art's the type of thing that, unlike sports, has no sort of age restrictions. You come in and have something unique to say or a unique way of saying it, and it's valid and it's important.
Yeah, the Art League is just a great resource. I feel very fortunate that we have it in our community, and I really enjoy coming here and taking classes, and I actually learn a lot from the other people that take classes too, so it's great.
I come here because it's a great class. I love the teacher. I love the kids that come here, and it's a very nice environment. It feels very artsy.
Well, that's it for this April edition of Jax Parks TV.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we want you to stay connected with us as well. So you can do that on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, Google+, and Instagram.
And we also have jaxparks.com and jaxparkstv.com.
That's right, and we'll see you back here next month, but until then, we'll see you in the parks. Welcome back, everyone.
just so excited to be here. Break. You're gonna be like, boom. Boom.